Right, so we've looked at how to install a clean copy of Minecraft. We've looked at how to create a void world. We've looked at the XY coordinates, spawn chunks, and so forth. So the next basic thing I want to show you guys is command blocks. Now this will just cover the basics of it, just so that you guys can get familiar with it. And when I kind of click around in a command block, you're not too confused over what's going on. Now, the command block is not in the creative inventory, so you will not be able to find it there. So you need to actually summon it in or give it to yourself, which is give at player, and then it's just command block, command underscore block. Now you can always also add Minecraft colon command block. That also works, but I kind of lazy and take a shortcut with that. Okay, so that's the first command block. You get a second command block as well, which is a command block minecart, which is exactly the same. Give at player command block underscore oopsie, come on, where's my underscore command minecart. Okay, and this is what it looks like, and I'll go through it in a moment. Right, so when we place it down, if you actually right click on it, you'll go into the actual command block configuration. Now you'll see there's a little bit of a hint of what the player selectors are. So it's at P, at player, at R, at random, at all, at A, which is all players, and then you have at E, which is entities. So if I use at P, it'll only only select me, and if I use at E, it'll select all of the entities, including myself, in this area. Now, first off, let's just quickly grab a button. Now, you guys always kind of ask me, how do I get a button on a command block? Now, what you do is you hold down Shift, so you hold down Crouch. If you're flying, you need to hold down Shift and Crouch. So you hold down Shift and Crouch, and then just place it where you want it, and you won't actually go into the dialog box. This will work with any block that has a menu. When you right click on it, you just shift it and right click it. Okay, so now you'll see that I can click these buttons. So the first command I'm going to do is just say hello. Okay, this is also actually say hello world. So this is, if you've done programming, this is the first thing you ever get to do. And if I click it, you'll see at the bottom in the chat window it says at hello world. All right, now the at just says that this is a command block, this command block that actually said this command. Now if you want to change that, so if we just kill this and we right click on a anvil, okay, and we place the command block in the anvil and we rename it to, let's just rename it announcer. I mean, there's probably too many N's, the announcer, whatever. Okay, the command block is now called announcer. So if we just pop it down there, okay, and I'm just going to put some buttons on here just to make it look pretty. And if I now say hello world, okay, if I hit the button, you'll see it now says announcer hello world. Right, so if I just click in it, you'll see that once you've actually run a command, you now have a previous output, which will kind of show you what the last thing is that this command block output. Right, so if I remove all of this and just say, which is an invalid command, if I hit that, nothing's going to happen, but I will now get an error message that just says the usage is say and then what the message is. So it just kind of gives me a hint of what it should be. Okay, so let me just get rid of this. So if I now say at P hello, it's only going to select me. So if I hit that, it'll say announcer at Dragnoz hello. If I say at E, it's going to select all entities. So I think there was a, let's just drop a button over here as well, just so you guys can get an idea. Okay, and you'll see it now says announcer, item, tile, button, librarian, cleric, and Dragnoz hello. So it just kind of listed all of the entities. Okay, now another cool thing is if I have add a comparator, okay, the comparator will light up when a command has successfully run. So if I say at E, say type equals, let's just go zombie. Okay, when I activate this command, it won't run because there are no zombies in the world. Okay, if I then say at villager, okay, and I now run the command, you'll see I'll get a output. Now I will cover this in later episodes, okay, but this is just to show you that you can detect an output if a command has successfully run. To turn that comparator off, you need to run this command again, but it needs to be unsuccessful. So if I just run this again and say zombie equals zombie, okay, it'll go off and it won't work. Okay, right, so that's the first one. Now using this you can also do things like teleport. So if I go TP at, let's just say type equals not a player. Now these commands I will go into more depth in later videos. As I said, this is just to give you guys an idea. Now if you watched the last video, you'll know I'm now just going to relatively teleport all entities that is not a player. Okay, now I actually got rid of the button. Okay, there we go. We just get right. So you'll see wee. Okay, actually quite fun. So you'll see if I drop this button over here and I then click it again, you'll see even the button will jump, okay, because it is not a player. Right, so that is pretty cool. Now if I want to copy this command block, or if I actually want to just get this command block into my inventory, all I need to do is get a free spot and middle mouse click, and it'll give me a command block, but the command block will be blank. If I hold down Control and then middle mouse click, what this will do, it will actually give me something called the command block, and you'll see there's a new tag that says +NBT. So when I put this down and I go into it, you'll see it's actually completely copied that block, and I now have that block in my inventory. Okay, so I need to get rid of that block, middle mouse click, and then I have an empty one again, and you'll see it doesn't say NBT. Okay, there we go. All right, the next thing we have is a minecart command block. Okay, it requires an activator rail that is powered to actually activate the command. So if I place it down, let's place it down over here. Okay, and I just say hello. Actually, no, just do the TP command. I mean, that's right. TP at e type equals not player. Okay, and I'm just going to do that a relative 3 again. Okay, so now what happens is, if every time it goes around this circle, okay, every time it reaches the activator, okay, it itself is actually going to set it off as well, as you can see. Okay, let me just quickly add some powered rails here, just so that, oopsie, we can get this. Okay, so as you can see, because it itself is an entity, and whee, there we go. Oopsie. Okay, well, there we go. So as you see, every time it reaches, it goes over an activator rail, it activates the command that is inside the actual command, the minecart. Now, the thing is that's cool about this can also be used as a clock. Now, I don't really use this as a clock, primarily because it is an entity, and with just one rogue kill at E, you can actually destroy all command block minecarts. I tend to not do it, but it is a valid clock if you want it. So all you need to do is have it on top of a powered activator rail, and it will then function as a clock. So now I can say TP at E, oopsie, this actually won't work because it's going to cause issues. So let's just go say hello, say hello. Okay, very basic command, and you'll see it'll now slowly start ticking away, and also say hello. So this can also be used as a clock. Okay, so this is really about it. This is, I mean, as I said, this is the absolute basics. So I mean, you guys need to go away, go play with it, and you know, figure out yourselves how cool this is to work with. In my next video, I will be looking at the various clocks that I use. I'll be looking at at clocks that can be used in survival, and I'll be looking at clocks that's used in map making, like the full clocks and so forth. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.